It's a new week and another week of me trading this 50k funded, where if you missed last week's results, basically I'm currently down 400 bucks. So that leaves me with 1600 bucks of drawdown until I blow the account. That means for this week, I am trying to get my first decent green day on this funded account to help recover from those losses. I've made some small tweaks to my trading plans and how it will trail off my stop losses based off some observations I made last week. So hopefully that will help with my trading, but I guess we'll have to find out right now. To start off the week, price was looking a little bearish at first, but off open, price could just reverse this overnight slump, so I waited for that opening bell, where price ended up looking a little choppy, so I was just waiting some more until we actually got a clear direction, which we did get as price did pop higher here, so now I was looking for some sort of a pullback for a long entry, and we got it with this quick wick lower, so I did try a long shooting for this upper level near the 600s. Price was struggling to go higher though, but we did get this tiny pop higher, so I did trail my stop loss just in case price did get slapped right back down after swiping these highs, because I was seeing we would either get a fat pop up now or we don't and just chop around some more. And yeah, I got slapped down, so I got stopped out for a tiny profit. However, right after that, price shot right back up with this fat green candle, and this other candle did get quickly bought up to form this wick too, so I did re-enter on a long, where price was crawling up, but again, it just seemed to be struggling so much today. But I did stick to my plan of trailing price with my stop loss, which wasn't even needed for this trade because price did eventually hit my target for a decent dub to start this week. With that win and seeing price struggle to go higher, I did stop trading here for today to lock in a decent profit. That also does wipe away my losses from last week too, so we back in the green on the account now. Alrighty, since yesterday was my first decent winning day on the account, I do feel a bit better, but then I saw the charts this morning and I don't know, price was slowly trending up overnight, but this week has been a bit more rangy, so I wasn't too sure on a direction for today, but I was leaning slightly bullish as long as price stayed above these lows, which it did off open, so I did try a long here looking for a fat opening bounce up to break these overnight highs, but nope, I just got instantly stopped out for a loss. However, right after that dip lower, price did get about right back up, so longs were still looking good to me. I did want to see these highs break first though, because I was getting range vibes from the charts, and we did get a pop higher eventually, but that was also getting rejected, so I wasn't really convinced we would get another decent move for today. Maybe it was the lack of fat candles or the lower volume, but price just seemed too slow, so I was thinking we'd just stall or be range bound. I also did find myself fiending to take a trade, even though nothing really looked great, so that was another indicator to me that I should probably stop trading for today. So I did take a quick nap, and when I came back, we were just chopping around. So yeah, not really much for me today, as I just took that one quick L early on in the morning to bring me down a couple $100. Let's see, currently we're sitting at one green day and one red day for this week, but overall I'm still slightly up, so hopefully I can keep that up to make up for last week's losses. For today though, we are still sitting in our range, but before open I did see price start to sell off, so I was leaning more bearish as we could just drop to the bottom of the range we've created here this week, which yeah, off open price did just fall lower. However, that was quickly bought right back up, so because of that, now I was looking for a chance to enter longs. A bit later, I did get that opportunity for a long here after this fat green candle broke above the 5-minute moving average, and this next candle created this quick pullback with a wick. Seeing this fat buy up, I wanted price to keep that buying momentum to hit these 600s, which is near the highs of the range we've been in this week. And yeah, price didn't disappoint because we did just get another fat candle to push price towards my target. However, price was struggling a little bit to get those last few points, so I did tighten up my stop loss just in case. But yeah, I didn't really have to because price did get a little pop up to hit my target for a decent win. With that, I did want to see price break up and out of this range first before taking another trade, which we didn't get. So I did just stop trading here for today to bring home another decent green day on the account. And now we got a decent buffer going into Thursday and Friday, where hopefully I can keep my account in the green to end off this week. Okay, we in the green now, so I'll be fine as long as I don't do something stupid. Yeah, I don't know, man. At the start of the day, I was leaning bullish and we did get a fat pop right off open. So seeing that, I low-key wasn't going to trade and even tweeted I wasn't going to trade because of that pop. But I just couldn't stop myself and did end up taking a stab long here, seeing this as my only chance to get a piece of that potential move higher. I did size down to 3 contracts though, because this was hella risky with the volatility. And yeah, I was quickly wrong for a loss. Seeing these fat candles off open though, I low-key started thinking that today could be the day I hit a home run of a trade. So instead of waiting for a setup, I end up chasing into my next trade with this short here, where I wanted to see if price would fall back to the lows of this week's range, which we did drop lower, so it wasn't looking too bad, and I was trailing my stop loss just in case this was a fake move lower, but I got greedy and really wanted this home run to work out, so I ended up loosening up my stop loss to give the trade more room to breathe, and yeah, that resulted in a minor loss here as price did hold at these 600s. With that though, I was back to the long side, and I may have convinced myself to switch this chart back to the 1-minute time frame for today, because on these days where price is moving hella fast, the 1-minute chart might help me with some entries, which yeah, might have been a bad idea because with this 1 minute chart, I may have been a little impatient with my next entry because I was scared we would pop straight up without me, so I jumped back in along. But you know, we didn't get that pop up, so I just got stopped out. Honestly, it wasn't that bad of an idea. Maybe it was a little too early, so when I saw price pop up right after stopping me out, I re-entered long. But nah, price again wasn't really getting that move higher I wanted, so I was like, you know what, maybe I am wrong and should just stop trading for today because I am getting pretty close to my daily loss limit anyways. So yeah, I ended up bailing out and was just gonna stop here, but then price did get that pop up, so I was pissed. At this point, I was salty and full on tilted that I had built literally right before the actual move, so instead of chasing into longs, I jumped into a short wanting price to go back down. Basically, I couldn't stand the idea of seeing price pop higher after I just bailed out of that long. But yeah, that was really bad for me because I did get stopped out pretty quickly for another loss. This did put me over my daily loss limit, but I didn't care and kept going with another short, which again was just stupid. Now, since I already broke my rules, there was no going back until I either got back into the green or blew the account today. And yeah, we know where I ended up. However, because I was so tilted, I barely even recorded the rest of the trades. But to sum it up, I would say that most of them either are me taking break-even trades because I got greedy and didn't want to show my stop losses, or just me being obliterated by constantly switching sides all day. Like, I don't know, at some point I could have been in the green, but I was just being greedy, so nope. And yeah, when I got like $1,000 down, I even switched to trading 1 mini because I was just down so much at this point, which yeah, was just so bad because even with minis, I kept going with the please let me hit a home run so I can stop tactic. But yeah, that never happened, and now I'm sitting here with yet another blown account because I just couldn't stop myself. So yeah, I'm still pissed off because all of this could have been avoided if I just closed the charts at any time throughout the day. But no, I just made every mistake you could make and blew my funded in one day because of it. Nope, I'm still salty about blowing the account, so I slept in today and didn't trade. But since I didn't trade, I guess we'll have this week's secret recording here instead, where I basically talk about whatever, and for this week, it's gotta be about blowing that account. Cause like, what the actual fuck happened yesterday, bro? 33 trades? Nah, that's like criminal. I did have some thoughts like, you know, maybe I should stop, but then I would look over and see a minus $1,000 on that PL, and I just kept wanting to turn that around. And I don't know, when I reached a point where I only had $500 left, I saw that as game over for the funded anyway, so the rest is history. I know people have stuff to say in the comments, and I honestly deserve it after what I just did. So yeah, what could have been a good week on the funded account ended with one bad day where I lost everything, and I'm just so stupid. Like, why didn't I just set that max daily loss limit on Tradeovate like I usually do, man? If I had that set, yeah, Thursday still would have been a decent red day, but I still would have had the account. So honestly, I don't know what I want to do because I do feel like I am getting better at trading, but those days I blow up are just so bad. It does seem like they are getting less frequent though, I think, so maybe there is some hope there. Overall though, this funded account barely lasted 2 weeks of real trading, which is still probably the best result I've had on funded accounts, but it's just not enough because I don't know, I feel like I should have some sort of payout by now, but I just haven't gotten one yet, so it's just so disappointing. And now I gotta go back and pass an eval all over again, so that's gonna be fun. I think at this point I'm gonna just be trying to pass these evals as fast as possible by trading with 1 mini, because I do think my trades and setups are getting better as long as I don't get greedy and tilt. But I also have been eyeing gold lately, so I might try a week or two on that. But first, let's see if I can pass an eval next week by trading with a bigger size, I guess.